Well, I have to go through a lot of songs to find the songs that really touches my heart. If it really grabs me the first time I hear it, I'll keep it and I'll live with it. I look for a great melody. I look for words. Every word has to mean something. And if it strikes an emotion, if it makes me laugh, it makes me cry, if it touches my heart.
When I'm listening for songs for Reba, what I look for is songs that everyone can relate to, that have a timeless quality about them, that really reach in and emotionally really touch you. That's what I think is the mark of a great song, and one that lasts for a long time.
What Do You Say reminded me of the songs I used to record a long time ago, the very story songs, the one that when you listen to the song, you can almost paint a picture. You can almost have a video in your head, in your mind, creating it as the song is playing. And it was a song that I thought people could relate to.
And it makes it a perfect marriage for Reba because of her emotions and the ability and the way she delivers a song and just connects to it so strongly. So you try to find songs that allows her just to really inwardly come out with her vocal performances.
David Malloy is fun to listen to songs with because he finds songs that are fun, that are totally different from the real sad, slow ballads that I usually like to pick. Narvel plays a very important part on helping me find songs and choose songs. Happy, sad, ballads to almost interesting, quirky songs. And he'll come in there and say, no, I can't see you singing that, or no, you don't need that.
There's a team, there's a flow between the two of them that make this tremendous artist, Reba McEntire. I mean, it's like, and between the two of them, you're always in focus.
That song kills me. I think it's so great.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a better song if that last verse dealt with something a little more serious.
When we were in listening to songs, when What Do You Say was played, we loved the song, but their third verse was just, we didn't know exactly what, but it needed to be changed.
I think what they were trying to do was originally was to come back very lighthearted about What Do You Say. Narvel had suggested the idea about maybe if somebody had passed away, and we all kind of jumped on the idea and thought, you know, nothing would convey that hook, What Do You Say, stronger than someone passing away. What is a stronger emotion than that? I mean, what do you say? So we all thought that would be a good way for the song to go, so contacted the writers, and they wrote it in that direction.
The pre-production process helps me to get more familiar with the song, even though I've lived with it. I've lived with a demo. So pre-production is my voice, my arrangement, my interpretation of the song with the musicians and what they're doing with the song. I think it's very important to do pre-production because everybody's got to be in sync of how the arrangement is going to be. If the song's too long or if it's too short to add, to delete, it's better for three people to sit down and make all those decisions than having the whole group of musicians in.
99 out of 100 songs that come to us have already been demoed. Okay, the writer has hired the musicians, and he has given an interpretation of how he feels the song from his point of view. It may or may not be what's right for the artist. You know, it's a great map to have. We can pick and choose the best of the demo, the bits and pieces, or decide maybe an avenue they went down that we don't think is really right for the song, allows us to readjust. And it's just great to bring Reba down to nothing more than just her vocal and a piano. If these songs connect and if they work, they should be that simple.
Jimmy Nichols and David Malloy are a great team. Jimmy brings excitement, new ideas, creativity, and he's a great arranger. He'll always have something new, a new idea that everybody looks at him like, where did that come from?
Right now it's 52-11-1. We're going to make it 52-1-5.
When we go in with the rest of the musicians, the other 5 or 6 players, whatever we bring in on the session, Jimmy's already kind of been through the pre-stages so that he can then convey to the musicians where we've come from and what we've worked on to get to this point. And then the other guys will then give input at what they're feeling. And then it's my job as a co-producer with Reba, actually between the two of us, then to kind of edit out that process. She sings, and we decide what is actually the best marriage with her voice. Because the job of the musicians, the job of the producer, is to present the artist, Reba, in the best light possible.
David's contribution to the pre-production of What Do You Say was very crucial because we were all deciding and debating on that third verse. We worked on it, we changed it a little bit, tweaked it. But everybody has to have a feeling and an opinion about the song.
Reba has a tremendous intuition. She has great ideas on her own. I like to just try to add some, and maybe she can pick and choose from there what works best for her. But it's not really a thing of setting up something and then telling Reba this is what you're going to go do, you know. She's got great instincts, and we're just better off to just follow her and go along with what she's thinking and how she feels about it, because she knows what's best for herself.
So what do you say in a moment like this?
When I get into the studio, I'll always try to be there early, so everybody's at ease and very comfortable, especially on the first day with me, and go around and meet everyone if there's pickers that I haven't worked with before.
Nashville's musicians, these guys are flat out the best. I think they're some of the best musicians in the world, and it's very much like a family. I mean, we're all in there for one purpose, and it's Reba.
I get a big kick out of the musicians that I get to work with in the studio. Sometimes they're different from my band on the road, and sometimes they're the same. I do draw a lot of energy, a lot of playfulness, seriousness, emotion from the pickers, and I'm always trying to impress them. I do better when they're in there playing and I'm singing than if they'd already gotten the track down and I was just walking in singing. I work harder for them.
It could be a very intense time, you know, but because we've done the pre-production and we've worked hard in the song selection and we've got the right musicians and the right studio and the right engineers, it makes the process a joy. Except for the one musician that I might do some pre-production with, none of the musicians have heard the song. So, which is great because they're getting that initial impact of the song and the message, and it's like, whoa, you know, and that's what you want when they're performing. You don't want it to be like, you know, well, I've heard this 100 times, you know, kind of a thing like that. You want those emotions. You want that to go into the song.
But you know, the musicians will add their touch, their little special lick in there, and it will be different. It'll be our signature on it. If the demo has a great feel, we'll keep it. If it has a great turnaround, we'll copy it. But then sometimes we'll go totally opposite, and you won't even recognize the song from the demo.
At that third verse of the song, when the mother is passing away, Reba wanted that to really come down to just her and that piano, you know, because she felt that was the best place for her to deliver the song. And so we just kept simplifying and simplifying. I mean, even after we cut the track, as we were mixing, I think we broke it all the way down to just the piano. I think there was at one point there was a little fiddle in there, and she really wanted that to go away too. She did, you know, she just wanted to get it down to the most humble point that she could get that song to. And the other hand, the thing about that that's so cool is that when everybody comes back in and you want to build back up dynamically, you've got so far to go because you've started there again back to just one person, and you can rebuild back up again.
I look through the producer to get a view of the overall picture. Whether the musicians and myself, if we're in sync, if it's a great blend, if it's got emotion to it. I don't need perfection. I want emotion. I want heart and soul on that record.